How's it going, guys? Chronic Rush here, and welcome to a brand new Team of the Week predictions. Welcome back, guys, and today we're predicting the Team of the Week number 26, which should be released on the 11th of March. And this week's Team Week doesn't look too shabby. You got a couple of players in there. It's quite hard to choose, especially one game, and we'll get to that a bit later. But let's get straight into the Team Week number 26, starting 11, in my opinion. We're going to start off with the goalkeeper, Volkan Demirel, plays for Fenerbahce in the Turkish League, and he picked up around 4 saves, some very, very good saves in that collection, as well as a clean sheet in his team's 1-0 victory over rivals Galatasaray in the Super League. Good performance by him. You could also see Dirk Kuyt in the team due to the fact that he picked up the only goal in that game, but I'm not too sure if that is good enough for a second in-form card. Moving on to the defence, the first here is going to be this player here, Lorenzo Di Silvestri, plays for Sampdoria in the Serie A, and he picked up a goal as well as a clean sheet in his team's 2-0 victory over Cagliari. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Matteo Musacchio, plays for Villarreal in the Liga BBVA, and he picked up a goal and a very, very good performance indeed in his team's 4-1 victory over Celta Vigo there. The centre-mid had a very, very good game as well and could be a potential player to see in this team. But I decided to go for the centre-back due to the fact that I was missing players in the defence, guys. If you've got a suggestion for defenders, put that in the comment section. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Kieran Gibbs, and it was quite hard for this week's Team of the Week due to the fact you may know that the BPL actually played earlier on the week due to the FA Cup draws that are happening on the weekend. So, I believe Spurs and the QPR game was the only game to be played on the weekend, whereas the other BPL majority of them were played on the Wednesday night, which normally don't get placed in the Team of the Week, and therefore they could have a chance of getting this one. That's why I decided to go for Kieran Gibbs, the left back from Arsenal, because he did pick up an assist and a very, very good performance in his team's 2-1 victory over QPR. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Son from Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. There's 2 players from this Bayer Leverkusen team that I could have put into the squad in their team's 3-0 victory over Paderborn. So I'd go for Son just due to the fact that he did pick up 2 goals and a very, very good performance. You could also have Castro from the midfield who picked up 2 assists for those 2 goals. Either or player could have gone in the team, but I decided to go for Son due to the fact that he had got the 2 goals. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Maximilian Meyer, plays for Schalke in the Bundesliga again, and he picked up 2 goals and a good performance in his team's 3-1 victory over Hoffenheim. I think Choupo-Moting picked up the 2 assists in that game as well, and he could be a potential player, but I'm not too sure on that one. But I think Max Meyer could be a choice for the centre-mid position. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool centre-mid, another player from the Wednesday night games. Liverpool came against the mighty Burnley, ended up beating them 2-0, Henderson with a goal as well as an assist, and I believe the man of the match award in that game, in a very, very good performance from him, and we could be seeing this upgrade card into an inform, not too sure on that one. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Victor Vitolo, and plays for Sevilla in the Liga BBVA, and he picked up 2 goals as well as the man of the match award in his team's 4-3 victory over Deportivo. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Lima from Benfica in the Liga Portuguesa, and he picked up 2 goals as well as an assist in his team's 3-1 victory. Moving on to the next player of this player here, SIF Rondon, could be picking up a second in-form card. The Russian League is actually back in action, which is quite nice to see, and he got 3 goals as well as the man of the match in the starting week in his team's 3-0 victory over Ural. Second in-form Russian player, from the Russian League. Looks like a very, very good, tasty card indeed. Moving on to the final player of the starting 11 on this week's Team Week number 26, the longest shot you could probably see. I've got no idea if he's going to make it or not, but there's going to be this player here, Luis Suarez from Barcelona. I couldn't leave that Barcelona game out. They actually beat Real Vallecano 6-1. Messi picked up a hat-trick, I think, and an assist maybe, so we could be seeing him, but I don't think that just due to the fact that it'll get to a stage where he can't get a Team of the Season card at the end of FIFA 15. Next player we could have, it would have to be Suarez, picking up 2 goals and a good performance in that game as well. And then you could potentially be seeing PK maybe just because he picked up a goal as well in that game. I'm not too sure he did pick up the other one off the top of my head. But decided to go for Suarez just to mix things up, and looks like a fantastic card indeed. So let's move on to the subs bench. We have this player here, Rick Romando. Like I said, the MLS is back in action as well. Plays for Real Salt Lake, picking up 6 saves as well as a clean sheet in his team's 0-0 draw over Portland. Moving on to the next player, we've got another MLS player, Ike Opala, plays for Sporting KC, and he actually picked up a goal as well as the man of the match award in his team's 1-1 draw with New York Red Bulls. I decided just to throw him in because I was missing players for that centre-back or defensive player in the subs bench. Moving on to the next player, this player here, Michael Leos from the Chilean league, playing for Universidad Católica, and he picked up a hat-trick in his team's 5-3 victory. God knows where he played, but his default position is a centre mid, so we could be seeing him there. Moving on to the next guy, we have this player here, Stef Nijland. Oh my god, that pronunciation. But plays for in the Eredivisie for PSV as well. And he picked up a hat-trick after coming off the bench. I mean, I think it was 20 minutes or something like that in his team's 6-1 victory. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, Mustafi El Kabir. Now actually playing in the Turkish league, which is nice to see. And picking up 4 assists as well as the man of the match award in his team's 4-2 victory in that up top position. Looks like a very, very nice card indeed. Moving on to this, we have this player here, Marcus Berg. Could be a second informed card for this gold Panathinaikos striker in the Hellas Liga. He picked up a hat-trick in his team's 4-3 victory. And moving on to the final team of the week prediction in this week's Team of the Week prediction, and we have this player here, Ruben Castro from Real Betis in the Liga Adelante, picking up 3 goals in his team's 4-0 victory. So there you go, guys. That is the Team of the Week number 26, and I mean, it doesn't look too shabby in terms of players. They're not any really bad ones. Son is a fantastic player. Lima, Rondon, they look both fantastic players. Suarez, you know, he's going to be the card to go with if he does pick up an informed card. The other ones aren't too bad in terms of the actual stats across the board. Vitolo is probably one of the weaker cards there, just due to the fact that being a left mid with only 78 pace isn't too desirable. Silver right back's not too bad. Look at the subs bench. You've got 2 very, very strong MLS players that could be featuring in the squad. El Kabir, and then 2 second informed discard price strikers that could be pretty tasty as well. So guys, that is the Team League number 26, which should be released on the 11th of March. Guys, like always, if you think any player should have been in this team, put that in the comment section. Also remember to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe, stay tuned to this series, and go and check out some of my other videos on my channel as well. Guys, this has been Crush. Until next time, adios.